U7Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Before the end of October, all users who place an order for FC26 coins on U7Buy for their first order of FC26 coins can enjoy a plus 10% coin bonus. Using my discount code Inception can get an additional 8% discount. Okay, guys, this is maybe going to be a big video. There's a lot of notes to talk about because this is a massive gameplay adjustment. Now, here's the thing, guys, when it comes to this gameplay. Because they improved the left stick dribbling, defensive animations for tackles, and the way that the logic works for precision shooting, those three mechanics alone will make me enjoy the game more compared to previous years, right? I've mentioned this many times, right? So as long as they don't touch these three things that much, unless we're talking about the fidget spinning left stick dribbling, we're chilling, okay? If they adjust some other things, I'm down for it, to be honest with you, because I feel like they definitely listen to the right people now, like especially from like the last patch or the last things that they were trying to change. It was a lot of like very logical changes, right? I do still stand by the fact that I still think that this game is one of the better FIFAs or FCs that I've played since FIFA 15. I think the only reason why I can't enjoy this game the way that I want to is literally because of these gameplay game modes. I just don't like the balance of it. I think it's garbage, to be honest with you. You guys know how I feel about it. You know how I feel about Foot Champs as a game mode. Division Rivals I like because the change that they did this year is actually really solid. My big problem with it is obviously the balance with everything else, right? Because I was even just watching a YouTube video recently, just for like the first few minutes. The guy was mentioning how he was having like the most fun playing the silver tournament mode. And I'm like, okay, we're starting to get the gamers now into this community that are starting to understand that these gameplay game modes balance just doesn't make sense for the potential of what FIFA has as a football game, right? Like there's so much cool things you could do. Like the reason why I think a lot of people may not get to that point of enjoyment for this game is because you guys are basically fighting for your life in every single game mode that you play, right? There's just not enough of a balance for you to have an enjoyment factor within this game. Like you're going to be facing people in division rivals who are going to be using the same teams, the same formations, blah, blah, blah. Like for me, guys, I've already explained this many times. The highest form of enjoyment that I've had so far this year was playing drafts. If you don't get the hackers, right, was playing drafts because of using different players, formations, and tactics constantly. Because you were always constantly doing something different, that's what made it enjoyable. So yeah, you guys know how I feel. I've talked about the gameplay game mode balance for a very long time. It was great that they introduced the new tournament format, except for the quantity amounts part. It was great that they introduced it, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's like you guys already know like what I want when it comes to balance and everything. Because imagine like, because I've mentioned this so many times, right? I'm a broken record at this point. Imagine division rivals being your only competitive mode, right? And then you have champs removed because it's a garbage concept. I've always hated this mode. I don't care if you guys like it. I'm telling you guys, if you like it, you're a different breed compared to the gaming community because that mode and quantity amount is trash, okay? Because that mode replaces what a better mode could actually be for the whole week. You don't have to wait until the weekend to play Foot Champ. No, there needs to be a mode that people just hop on, play like any other game that you play, okay? And then when there's events that you got to complete quickly, then you do it, blah, blah, like everything else. The quantity amounts on a weekend, no, man. Especially you have hackers, you have massive gameplay problems. If people play in the morning versus the afternoon, it's the difference between 9 wins and 13 or 15 wins. Like, don't do that. It's like if people are dealing with your gameplay problems that exist, especially because of inconsistent gameplay, but then they're only doing it in division rivals, who cares? You lose, you move on to the next match, you win, and then you just get your rewards like every other game. Anyways, I'm a broken record with this specifically, but yeah, I just wanted to mention it because listen, for me, I always tell you guys that it's going to be hard for you to actually see the proper experience of this game because you guys are always fighting for your life when you're playing it. That's the problem, right? Because if you had different game modes that had a really good balance, I'm telling you, like, this would probably be the first year that you guys would actually like enjoy playing this game because I do. Like, when was the last time I've done like 2 Foot Champs? You would never catch me dead playing 2 different Foot Champs on a weekend in any of the previous years for the last like almost 10 years, basically. You know, I would do it in 17 at first for the one account, and then December that was it. I never played it consistently again. Consistently, keyword, because there was times where I'm like, oh, I'll play it one time here, and then 4 months later, I'll play it another time here. You know, like you guys probably saw those videos sometimes, right? But anyways, sorry, just blabbering on a little bit. But I just wanted to mention that, right? Because you guys are never gonna actually like really experience this game because of the modes. I'm just letting you know, okay? Anyways, a lot of gameplay changes, right? So gameplay, defending, competitive gameplay, increased aggressiveness of man marking that only applies to the defensive side's AIs, players around the kickoff. Okay, so they're trying something different for the kickoff. I can always appreciate it. It's like, listen, even though the last one was probably worse than what it was before, you're trying, and I can appreciate that. You don't take that long to adjust that, so I'm totally cool with that. Okay, at least you're trying to do some different things. This time, because before it's like, oh, kickoff's overpowered, here you go for the rest of the year, right? So slightly increased sprint jockey speed for user controlled players. This is fine if defensive AI isn't crazy when someone's parking it, right? But this needed to be changed at some point, especially when someone goes on. Because here's the thing, I have a really huge issue in this game right now with the counterattack through balls. That is such a garbage way of playing. Someone just parking the bus and then them having the advantage because they're always catching you on that transition backwards. Oh, my hatred towards scoring and conceding those valueless goals. My goodness gracious. Like, from clear and obvious, sure, but sure, you don't want to touch the pace. Maybe you don't touch the passing. We'll see what you do with the passing because there's still notes here. But the jockey could help it, So this is a big thing that I mentioned, like, of not touching those mechanics, but like maybe the jockey for that part specifically could be good. Not for like the when everybody's settled, they can jockey quickly. Not that one, okay? But this one from the open space, yeah, absolutely. That one is where it needed to be changed for sure. The concern is the congestion part. So we'll see what happens there, right? Yeah, so moderately increased it. Moderately increased jockey and sprint jockey responsiveness for user-controlled players. When taking the ball from the attacker without tackling, the attacker could have sometimes incorrectly won the ball back. Blocking a pass could have sometimes resulted in the passer unintentionally getting the ball back. Improved animation selections for standing tackles. Increased amount of players that stay back to defend when taking corners. Oh, cool. That's cool, actually. Hopefully you guys did the thing for the lob pass to the far post, because that one's really annoying. Sometimes a requested tackle could result in 2 tackle attempts. Address instances of tackles from behind incorrectly winning the ball. Address cases of tackle animations ending too early. The passing. Let's see what... You guys are touching the passing. I'm curious about this one. Okay. Ground and lofted through passes are now more respectful of your aim input and less assisted. So, like, they're semi? See, the thing about this one is that I wonder if that's going to help with the whole, like, passing going to the wrong person thing. We're going to see how that works. Ground through passes were sometimes not being hit to the intended receiver. They're hella assisted, EA. That's what they are. Grounded through passes were not leading enough at times. Lob through passes could have been affected by weather conditions, even if there weren't any inauthentic gameplay. First time through pass requests could have sometimes resulted in the player trapping the ball instead of passing it. Requested low crosses could have sometimes resulted in regular crosses being performed. In some cases, a requested clearance took too long to be performed. Improved responsiveness of first time passes when the ball is coming towards the passer at medium height. When requesting a pass near the touchline, players have incorrectly taken the ball out of play. Sometimes requested headed pass would not occur. Lowered headed lobs through passes and cross accuracy. Improved instances of animation start pass receiver lock setting not functioning as intended. Address instances of passing animations playing out incorrectly. Pass requests were sometimes ignored by the CPU AI during goal kicks. Address cases of attacking passing headers applying too much power and speed to the ball. Okay. Movement and positioning. Moderately reduced speed of controlled sprint dribble. Is controlled sprint dribble technical dribbling? Is that what that is? I'm okay with this. I don't spam this. If they did that, I don't care. Stuff that like people spam because they want to be like an FC gimmick mechanic rat, then sure. I don't spam this. Like, if it makes sense to use in the moment, then sure, but spam that, no. When attempting a controlled sprint dribble, sometimes a player could have lost track of the ball. Controlled sprint dribble, is that technical? Gotta be, right? I think so. Directed runs can now be triggered during controlled sprint dribble. Ah, I see. Improved AI teammate attacking run logic when assessing potential offside runs. Oh, so they're adjusting attacking AI. They're adjusting the attacking AI, boys. Interesting. Improved AI teammate attacking run logic to avoid clashing with teammates. Yeah, because they run literally towards teammates or to the opposition defender instead of going into the empty space. It's like so clear and obvious a lot of the times. During corners, players on the post could have been incorrectly positioned inside their own goal. Attackers could have sometimes ended their runs unexpectedly. Address cases of AI teammates standing behind the defenders instead of looking for open space. Address cases of AI players unintentionally stumbling after colliding with each other. In some cases, a player could have incorrectly slowed down when attempting to avoid a slide tackle. Goalkeeping improved goalkeeper logic during corner kicks to address situations where players could too easily score from short corners that resulted in far post crosses. Wow, you actually specifically did that one. Nice. Haha, rats. Love it. Improved goalkeeper reactions to near post shots. We'll see how that works. It depends on the angle, but yeah, maybe. Maybe that's okay. Maybe. Improved cases of goalkeepers incorrectly deflecting shots back to attackers, or you're making. By the way, ZA, that was like that's a change that you did this year. That was a W change, man. Like your goalie animations to put the ball out of play. Oh my god, it's like so much. Like it's good that you went the competitive routes because that part of the ball just going out of play. Oh my god, like you remove so much stress from like trash goals because of that. So. That was like sometimes like when I'm playing the game normally and someone takes a bad strike and my goalie just like saves it normally and it goes for a corner kick, I'm like, nice, you know, like it's like one of those underrated things that you forget was a thing in the past, you know, people scoring trash goals because of a garbage deflection, you know. Yeah, so this one I'm curious about because I do personally hit near post strikes in certain situations. So we'll see how that one works because they don't seem too crazy. We'll see. We'll see how that one works. Yeah, so that's a good change too, because honestly, anything that deflects it out of play from a goalie that should be saving an opportunity, I'm okay with. Address instances of goalkeepers incorrectly deflecting shots into their own net. Yeah, that happened a lot actually. You got some stupid animations for those ones, EA, for sure. Goalkeepers would sometimes not react to shots while being manually moved. On occasion, goalkeepers could have automatically and ineffectively rushed out of the box in situations that did not need it. To address instances of goalkeeper arms clipping through their body. Dribbling and skill moves. Players are now better at maintaining their movement speed when trapping the ball. So Enforcer might be even more effective. Interesting. Improve ball trapping consistency. Oh yeah, Enforcer might be crazy. Improve cases of air ball traps resulting in the ball going too far from the player. Oh yeah, they're doing a lot of Enforcer stuff here. You guys trying to sell that at Holland SBC or what? Removed fancy ball traps for players without tricks or playstyles. Requested skill moves were sometimes not performed. Yeah. In some cases, a ball roll could have occurred instead of the requested croqueta skill move. Yeah. When attempting a first-time fake shot, sometimes a player could lose track of the ball. The exit direction of a first-time fake shot did not always correctly follow the user input. An unintentional player switch could have occurred in cases where a skill move raised the ball. Requesting a flick up could have sometimes resulted in 2 flicks. Other gameplay updates and issues addressed. Increased frequency of attacking and shooting by the CPU AI team in the Be a Goalkeeper experience. Player career, don't care. Increased strength of stamina related effects, not that I don't care. Increased CPU AI. Increased frequency of fouls committed by the CPU AI. Improved referee logic in making slide tackles and slide tackle foul calls. Sometimes the referee could have incorrectly called for a penalty kick despite the fouled attacker scoring a goal inside the box. Oh, EA, you had a year where you actually fixed the follow-through challenge after the person takes a strike. People are still getting penalties for follow-through challenges now. It's weird how they're like really inconsistent with that one specifically. Guys, if someone takes a strike, but then their animation after taking the strike goes into the person slide tackling from before, that's not a penalty. You know what I'm saying? That's like, if you guys watch real life football, that happens all the time. Like the guy will take a strike, the dude will slide tackle earlier, and then he'll just fall afterwards, but he already took the strike. Like the slide tackle didn't influence his strike or his body at all. It's a follow through like afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Because the strike was already taken. So that one is like weird. Like they're very like 50-50 with that one specifically. It's very strange in this game. But anyways, foul time scoring inside the box. Sometimes a player switch to the ball receiver will not occur when using the air balls and manual player switching setting. In some cases, players could have become stuck in a shielding state. Players could have sometimes unnaturally jumped up too high when going for headers. Players could have sometimes been pushed too far when engaging in physical contact. Shielding players were able to sustain maximum shielding ability for longer than intended. Sometimes a shot could have incorrectly occurred when requesting a tackle. Pushback animations could have occurred at incorrect times. After a headed pass, the player switch to the ball receiver did not always occur. Address cases of an interception resulting in the ball winning player losing track of the ball. Excuse me. In loose ball situations, sometimes players cannot perform a requested shot. Improved cases of late shot modifier inputs not registering. Tactical suggestions were incorrectly appearing at the same time in every match. Okay. Oh, they did a lot of things to the rest of notes continuing in comment section. A lot of changes to Ultimate Team. Added functionality to sort SBCs by newest and by expiry date. This change will be activated through a server release shortly after the title update. Added the ability to review evolution challenge requirements and player eligibility. Added the ability to favorite and track objectives and objectives groups. The favorited objectives along with evolutions and rivals bounties will appear in the pause menu for easier in-match tracking, as well as its own tab in the UT menu. Oh, these are a lot of like quality of life things that should have been changed for sure. Gameplay notifications for completed OBJs can be controlled through game settings. This change will address the following issues. In certain situations, a substituted player model will not load after being in the match screen, will not show the additional rival points earned. Yeah, this stuff I'm not like super concerned about on a personal level. Like there might be stuff here that's like good, but I didn't really find it to be like that big of a deal. Address the following issues. These are like manager career mode and then clubs. PC only. Oh, this is what I'm more interested in. Updated aspect ratio setting to display common. Updated some 2D portrait placeholder. Okay. Oof. So much PC stuff. Oh my goodness. What is this? On some occasions, trophies and... Okay, I don't care. Graphic settings could have reset when exiting game settings. Yes. PC only. Some texture could have appeared incorrectly on some Intel GPUs. Address instances of vibrations and haptics being too low. Improve shader caching to address some cases of performance drops when matches start. Oh, you fixed this one. Yeah, the lag from the kickoff is really weird. Really, really weird. Stability issues that could have occurred sometimes in co-op season, the quit option. Incorrect stadium lighting. Incorrect lighting on the stadium. The football. And then there's a lot of like bug changes here. Cool. Well, I'm more interested in the gameplay stuff. So the main thing here from the gameplay is that physical type attackers with Enforcer could be a little bit more crazy. There's potential. There's 3 different notes for that one specifically. So Enforcer could be really nuts for that. Maybe. The other one is obviously the improved defensive things like manual jockey speed, right? That's a really, really big one. I think there was a thing here on Twitter where I seen a person showing like a clip of the jockey speed. Let's see here. Put this keyboard here because this is the gaming PC. Jockey speed. Let's see here. Jockey speed. Yeah, so the main things here, faster jockey speed, yes. More consistent passing, aggressive marking at kickoff, and improved goalkeepers during corners, yes. More coins in tradable packs, faster jockey speed, goalkeepers buff for corners, objectives shown, yeah. Yeah, this is the clip. It's this one. Oh, it actually looks like natural. Yeah, it might be the fix for it. Not for the super overpowered defensive AI parts, but like this part, yeah. Do you guys see what I'm saying about like them listening when it comes to certain things? Like the shooting part? Did you see anything about shooting? You're listening this year. Because in previous years, bro, I'm telling you, I would do like a discussion video, especially for that one year where I kept saying that the finishing is like carrying the game. I forgot which one. It might have been like 21, FIFA 21 or something. Whichever year that was, where the finishing being good is what carried that game like crazy. It was just the chip shots and the finesse shots that were really inconsistent, but everything else just was really logical. And then the next year comes, they change the finishing entirely. I didn't see anything about like the fidget spinning dribbling. Can they really do much about that? The way to counter that, it's because I'm liking their direction of how they do their patches, right? This year I'm liking it. Because when you add manual jockey speed being like greater, that might be the counter for that specifically. You don't want to touch your left stick dribbling like specifically. You're touching the defensive part of a player so that it doesn't influence. Like I like that. I like that you're experimenting with that first, and then you're seeing how that works, and then you might add a change to it. But do you guys see what I'm saying? Like defensive animations, they're making better than it already was, which is great, right? The three mechanics that I told you that will make you enjoy this game compared to other games, right? The shooting, the only thing that might be different is near post strikes. To be honest with you, I hit near post strikes, yeah, but from clear and obvious. So maybe it was the less clear and obvious ones that they want to make a little bit less effective. But the shooting in general, they're not touching. You see, like, oh, finesse shots, power strikes. Like, you see, this year they're listening. If you tell them, hey, you're shooting, EA, the shooting, I don't even have to talk about your shooting. You actually kind of like got it down a little bit this year, you know? Because they did. It's like I'm telling you, for me, it's a big reason why I can play, because I'm like, yo, the shooting, and bro, when I see people in EA, listen, when it comes to that specifically, I like that you guys are listening properly, because the Reddit kids, oh, but this guy who has 60 something shooting and he shoots like unbelievable strikes. EA, you saw how you make your silver tournament mode, and you have players that have like 68 shooting, but they can score. You know how fun that is? It's great. Okay, it's fantastic to not have to green time. I see people, EA, me and you, yeah, for these things. People wanting green time finishes to come back. Okay, very good. EA, listen, we have to talk, bro. Okay, we have to talk a little bit. You guys, at least nowadays, you mention about inconsistent gameplay. You talked about it in your pitch notes before the game came out. To be honest with you, more of a publicity thing, because I knew for a fact you weren't going to fix it. Are you guys doing anything about that? Because that's a huge problem. EA, I'm on the PC and I still like, bro, I played on the Sunday. I'm telling you guys, I had clips of me pressing L1. I'm doing this on the camera, like I'm doing this, and the game's not registering the L1. I'm like doing this. EA, don't tell me it's my internet. I have fiber, okay? Don't tell me it's my connection, brother. I'm doing everything possible just to play the game normally, okay? You got to fix your inconsistent gameplay. Because a lot of the mechanics that you're like, oh, we did this, people are not going to be able to see it if they still have to deal with this problem. That shouldn't be a thing anymore, okay? 10+ years. You'll never be left off. You'll never in your entire life be let off the hook for that specifically. I think you're trash for that specifically, okay? The core mechanics, first year in like 10 years maybe, where you guys actually got some of the stuff down, which makes the game a little bit more enjoyable. I'm curious. I want to experience this new jockey thing, because if the jockey thing is what allows me to bypass these guys that just counter through ball the entire time, because you can just manually choose areas that you should get the ball because of like them doing the interception adjustments and stuff too. That's what I'm curious about. I want to see how that ends up working out. Kickoff changes, well, like these are good changes. The only problem with Jockey is when someone is parking the bus. That's the only thing that's going to be an issue to see how that ends up like working out, right? Because EA is kind of slick. Sometimes they'll do a little bit of a thing in there where they're like, yeah, but we're gonna make the attacking AI crazy though, Inception. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the most unique movements out of nowhere, bro. Everyone's gonna be flashback Benzema. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I didn't see anything that I was like super concerned about. The only one that you could maybe be concerned about is the jockey speed when someone's parking it, but not from the counter attacks. That is where I want to see that. If that's the counter for someone doing that playstyle, then I'm down, bro. I'm down. Fix some of your assisted through passes, EA. Some of them are like, I've shown examples already. Okay, so the less obvious ones are like, they're disgusting. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm not against this. This is like a lot of cool changes for the gameplay, especially like the corner kick stuff, man. Oh, can't wait to swim in the tears of the rats for those corner kicks, man. Oh, there's that new one too. I don't know if EA did adjustments for the goalkeeper on that one, where someone hits it to the near post and the guy heads it to the far post, so the guy at the far post can head it into the back of the net. Oh, you guys that watch your little YouTube videos to be rats, man. That's why I don't like these game modes. If you do it in Division Rivals, oh, well, he wants to score a rat goal. It is what it is. Now we're gonna make every single goal valued in quantity amounts. Hey, I could say this now because you guys are result Rick. No, you guys. A lot of you guys know it's not about results, right? But how we performed in Foot Champs recently, some of you guys need that in order for my opinion to stick. Champs, even though we got rank 1, can suck one, okay? And there's still a bunch of valueless goals being scored before this patch comes out. Thank you very much. Anyways, the game is still enjoyable this year compared to previous years. It really is. Like, I'm not seeing anything here where like, oh my god, there was sometimes guys in the past, they would drop certain notes. And I'm like I had to like think about life. I was like, who are the idiots working at this company? Like, I'm telling you, like, you would say something good, like for one mechanic out of 15 that are garbage, one, and then be like, yeah, we're gonna change that one too. Ooh. Oh my god. But yeah, these are cool changes. I just wish that you guys saw the light when it came to your gameplay game modes for people to have more fun, you know? Have a competitive mode, and then have other modes where you can do different things. Oh my god. I would stream 10 hours a day, man. Can you guys imagine me doing play reviews? If I had like different, like, bro, give me like, guys, I don't, like I said, I don't want like an easy, I don't want to face against bots. Like I want to like have something that like I said, even divisions like 10 to 6, 5 to 1. You know what I'm saying? Or like tournament mode, you group stage matches first and then you go through the rounds after. Like even that's like, oh, like just something like that, EA. I'm begging, bro. It's been since FIFA 17. I'm begging you, please. Okay? That's it. The hell with your Foot Champs game mode, man. Please. Please see the light. That mode sucks, man. Please. The game could be so good if the whole week is just enjoyable. You play your rivals matches, you get your wins, and you could go do other things and have some fun, man. That silver thing, bro, I'll see. I would go into people's streams. I'm telling you, they were having so much fun playing with your silver players. That's how the game should be, man. It's just doing different things. And you'll have a tournament, oh, Portuguese league, you know? I keep mentioning this, but like, you guys know what I'm saying. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you guys for the next one. Guys, what are we cooking today, bro? 5 videos? 5 videos today, and then obviously on the Thursday, it's probably non-10, so. Anyways, I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.